Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Yet another video from the chapter number 1 of our ebook of short tricks, which has created waves in the market. Students are loving it. The content given in our short tricks for quantitative aptitude ebook and book, it is an amazing collection. So if you want a copy of that, my WhatsApp number is given here, 9896369963, or you can find this WhatsApp number in the description of this video also. So friends, add and subtract 10x faster. This is what we are doing, and all the videos which I have recently posted focus on this very important tendency. So what do we have to do in this video? It is based on oral subtraction, and the use of base quantities is a must in mental mathematics, especially mental subtraction of numbers. So I'll tell you the concept of the trick first, so that you can understand what is going on and you can actually apply it to a variety of problems. So suppose you have a question where I need to subtract, say, 238 and 89, right? Now this involves borrowing, right? Because 8 is smaller than 9. Now borrowing means lot of errors, and that's where you need to be smarter. Can we convert questions of borrowing to questions of non-borrowing when we have to use the base quantities? This works especially when the second number, that is number to be subtracted, is very close to a base number. Like 89 is very close to 100, and we all know that 89 is 11 less than 100. So what I primarily do is I subtract 100. Instead of subtracting 89, I subtract 100. But I should know that I cannot do that. My answer will obviously be different. So what do I have to do as a neutralization step? That step is I subtracted 11 excess. I had to subtract only 89, but I am now subtracting 100. So I have to add back that extra thing which I subtracted, and that extra thing is the deficit of 89 from 100. 11, right? And now see how the things will be so easy for you, because you don't have to do anything using the borrowing method. So 238 minus 100 obviously is 138, and adding 11 to that is much more easier than doing this subtraction problem. So 8 plus 1, 9, 13 plus 1, 14, 149 is the answer for this particular subtraction problem. See how quickly we got to the answer, and how quickly you all can do this using this amazing concept of using the base numbers. Let's see some of the examples now. 98 minus 43, although this is very easy. 98 minus 43 is like, no borrowing is involved here, so you can do it directly. This is traditional, you don't have to do anything. 8 minus 3 is 5, 9 minus 4 is 5 again, so you get 55. But the mental maths lovers, they would like to subtract. Instead of subtracting 43, which is a challenging number, they might subtract 50 and add 7 to the result. It is exactly same as subtracting 43. Now subtracting 50 from 98 is very easy, and adding 7 to something is again easy, which will fetch you the same result, 55. Now you will say, why should we do this thing when this is available? This is more applicable to these type of questions where there is borrowing and the second number is close to base number. Here 43 was little away from the base number 100, right? Now watch how it is helpful here. 651 minus. Now I will not subtract 87, but I know that 87 is 13 less than 100. So I will subtract 100 and add back the deficit 13. So subtracting 100 doesn't require pen and paper, right? 651 becomes 551, and when I add 13 to the result, I get 564 as the answer for this subtraction problem. All these steps are again mental math steps which you need to understand very quickly, that we are not here to complicate things for you. We are making it simpler. These steps are to be done in the mind and not on the board or on the paper. Right. Let's practice more. 573 minus. Now this number is very close to 300, 284, 16 less than 300. So what would I do? I would subtract 300 and add back the deficit 16. Now subtracting 300 from 573 is pretty elementary because 5 minus 3 is 2. So 273 is the difference. And adding back 16 is again very easy because 200 remains the same. And 73 plus 16 gives us 89. So 289 is the difference. Likewise, watch this 987. As soon as I see the number 987, I'm so happy because it is very close to 1000 and 13 less. So if I subtract 1000 from this, I get 5993, and I add back the deficit 13, I get my answer, which is 6006, which is the difference of 6993 and 987. See, now the way in which I am writing the steps is also changing. That is what happens when you start practicing things. You know, your way of thinking about the numbers in the mind keeps on changing. Let's have 2 more questions. Here you can see 5-digit number and a 5-digit number. But I see this number and I immediately think about 24,000. Why? Because this is very close to 28,000, and rather this is 13 less than 24,000. So what will I do? 78345 is already there, and I will first subtract 24,000 from this, which is much more easier because the last 3 digits are not going to change. 345 and 8 minus 4 is 4, 7 minus 2 is 5. So 54345, but I have to add back the deficit, and 23987 is 24,000 minus 13. So this minus 13 which I subtracted extra is to be added back to this number to give me the final answer, and that answer will be 543 is not going to change. 45 plus 13 is 58. So the answer for the question is 54358. Let's have one more, then we will conclude. 20852. Now, which number do you think in the mind when you see 789? I think 800. 800 is 11 more. So, when I subtract 800 from this number, I get 52 obviously, and 208 minus 8 is 200, right? But I was not allowed to subtract 800. I had to subtract only 789. So I have to add back the deficit of 11. That will give me 20063 as the answer for this subtraction problem. See friends, how subtraction becomes so easy when you follow these basic things in mental mathematics. And I'm sure this video will go a long way in making you understand that these things are not difficult. It just needs a little bit of practice. So friends, liking all these videos, do subscribe our YouTube channel Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you keep on getting all the notifications on your mobile itself and you are not missing out on any fun which we are posting here on this channel. Do give it a like friends if you really like it, and as soon as you like the video you will get the option of hyping the video. If you click the hype button, it has greater chances of coming in the feed of the other aspirants and the school students who are aspiring to calculate faster. So friends, all the best for the practice of this method.